morning, Vitality Church. How you doing today? Hopefully this is our last Sunday to communicate with you via video, social media. As next Sunday, June the 14th, we are expecting to be live and in person. Our first time being together since the whole COVID-19 outbreak began. So it's almost been like 3 months, I believe. So we're really looking forward to getting to see you and spend time with you Sunday, June the 14th. So we're really excited about it. I'm actually coming to you from the V this morning, and I'm going to just kind of explain. This is more of an informational video than it is a teaching video. I'm sure I'm going to leave some things out, and I hope I don't. But anyway, we don't really. Our building's not going to look really any different on the inside. We're going to have signs up to reminding us of our social distancing. We want to encourage you to social distance. I know it will be hard. It's going to be challenging. Again, as I've said in other videos, if you feel comfortable in wearing a mask and gloves, that's fine. Absolutely no problem with that whatsoever. If you don't want to wear a mask and gloves, that's fine. Absolutely no problems whatsoever. We want you to feel safe and secure here at the V. And all I ask is, if you're one that is wearing gloves and masks and one that's not, just respect one another. Respect each other and their feelings and what they believe to be safe and secure. That's the environment that we are creating. The staff and I, we've been talking about that, and that was the number one thing that really came to the forefront is that number one, we want to be responsible, and number two, we want you to feel safe and secure at your home church at the V. So that was number one concern for us. And so we want you to feel that safety and security, and that we're going to go to those measures to make you feel that way. So we would ask that Sunday, June the 14th, opening day, if you have been sick, coughing, running a temperature, etc., please just stay home. Just stay home, recover, get better, and join us the following Sunday, because we're opening up for good. So if your children are experiencing the same things, cough, sickness, temperature, etc., just keep them home. Speaking of our children's department, this is probably where we have we've spent most of our time in our structuring of the opening day. We will have a thermometer that we will be checking each child for a fever. And let me say this: if you do not feel comfortable in putting your child or children in our with Pastor Chelsea in the children's department, you absolutely feel free to bring your child or children into the sanctuary. There's absolutely no problem at all. Again, we want you to feel comfortable, safe, and secure. So if you want your child or children to be with you in the sanctuary, it's absolutely fine, and that will be much respected, and absolutely. So, but if you plan on checking your child in, we are going to take their temperature and just probably ask some questions. Also, one of the members of our staff will be helping you get checked in, so that we don't have multiple hands touching the keyboard and the computer keyboard, the mouse, so on and so forth. So we're going to be providing one of our staff members will be providing you assistance in getting your child checked in. And so there will be no snacks for children. I'm sorry. And I got to go to my notes. We will have X's down the hallway for us to stand that will respect the social distancing thing. So, like I said, we spent more time in our children's department than with anyone else. I'm sure Chelsea will follow up with that. Also, there will be no coffee served for the next couple of weeks, just due to the fact of everything going on in our lobby. I know it's going to be somewhat impossible, but we're just going to ask you to kind of try to respect the social distancing thing, the social distancing rule. And that's really about it. We're going to ask, and we will have signs throughout the lobby, the hallway, the bathroom, just to kind of keep a reminder. Also, we're going to be having some signs on the rows of chairs. If you don't mind, families sit together, and stagger the seating, so on and so forth. What we're trying to do and what we're attempting to do is we want to respect the COVID-19 policies. We want to respect that, but at the same time, we don't want to regulate. And so that's why we're trying to keep the inside of our building just as normal as possible, but yet keeping in mind that that we want to respect people and them coming back to the building to gather. And so we have a large plethora of age groups of children to senior citizens, and so we want to make sure that we're respecting everybody, and so on and so forth. Other than that, I really can't think of anything else. Chaz, he'll be taking care of the praise and worship, obviously, and he'll be reaching out to the praise and worship team. Our greeters, our first impressions, they will have a mask and gloves, so on and so forth. Like I said, we're not going to be serving coffee, but if you want to bring your cup of coffee with you, bring your coffee with you. I really think that's it. Just again, we're going to keep our kids group to groups of 10. Just going through my notes, and so want to make sure I go over everything. If our sanctuary fills up, we will use the foyer for the overflow, the lobby for the overflow, as the TVs will be streaming the service, and so. That's really all about it. I'm excited with this series that we're getting ready to start. It's going to be titled Water into Wine. And in these days, with everything going on in our country, it's like we get from one extreme and we just go into a complete another extreme. And so I believe that it's going to be important for us to really tune in to how the Spirit of God is leading us, why He's leading us, and how He's going to lead us during these times. And so it's called water to wine, that Jesus is still making wine out of us. He's turning our, getting us to the point where we're going to be hearing what the Spirit of God is saying and how the Spirit of God is leading. And so we're real excited about this series coming up. It's going to be good. It's going to be challenging. It's going to be life impacting. And so other than that, I think that's about all I have. And if you have any questions, please feel free to call the church office at 606-274-0212. Hit us up on social media. Please feel free to message me on Facebook. I check Facebook messages, so please feel free to Ask any questions that you may have on social media, and we will get a response back to you. Again, our first order of business in reopening, number one, have lots of grace with us. This is all new to us. But secondly, we are going to be, like I said, when the staff and I, when we had our Zoom meeting, one of the first things that was said is that we want to be responsible, and we want you to know that your safety is definitely our concern, and we want you to feel safe. And so we're going to go over the edge to make sure that you're safe, that you're taken care of, and that we're taking every precaution necessary so that you can come back to church and we can all fellowship together. And so it's going to be a great time. We're looking forward to it. And so anyway, that's about all we have. This is PS coming to you live from the V. And boy, next Sunday, we're looking forward to seeing you live and in person. Okay, we love you. All right, bye-bye.